join.
She's connecting to audio.
So, shall we go ahead, sir?
Yeah.
So, very good afternoon to one and all those who have joined us for today's webinar. It's my pleasure and it's my privilege to host this webinar because I'll be talking for next 90 minutes with my seniors, those who were there in the institution, who have been completed their PG and now they're excelling in their areas. So we'll be talking to them. The purpose of the webinar will be explained by Navita ma'am just after 2 minutes. But before this, I'll be explaining like who are the speakers with us, who else have joined us. So today we have with us our director, sir, Dr. S.S. Bhakar. We have our admissions coordinator, senior assistant professor Nitin Paharia, sir. We have HOD management Navita ma'am with us. We have MBA course coordinator Tarika ma'am with us. We have other faculty colleagues from the institution. We also have Brahmanand sir. Sir will be moderating the whole session. Like he'll be taking questions from the student, those who are asking different or various queries on other platforms like YouTube or the chat box on this platform. So sir will be moderating that questions in between. He'll also be introducing our speakers. So before I'll be moving ahead, we have speakers for today's session. We have Anju ma'am. She's the alumni of 2009-11 batch, and she's currently working with senior manager Indian Overseas Bank. Ma'am has a rich experience. Now we have with us another alumni, Vikram Bhadoria sir. He is presently working as a senior manager in Canara Bank and the branch in charge for Bareilly Bank in Madhya Pradesh. And sir is an alumni of 2011 batch. We have with us two other alumni from private banking sector, as the theme of the webinar is reshaping the banking workforce post-pandemic. So we thought of interacting getting our alumni, those who are in the banking itself, those who are in public and private sector. So we have asked all of them to join us and to give insight, like what are the job opportunities post pandemic, or students have so many questions, like whether the job opportunities will be there or job opportunities will not be there. So we have Vidit sir. He is presently working as a branch. He is working as a BSM in HDFC Bank. We have Tapasya ma'am. She is working as a RSM in ICICI Bank. She's posted at Gwalior. So we have four speakers: Director sir, Paharia sir, Navita ma'am, Tarika ma'am. I think this session will be helpful for the students to get their queries resolved regarding the opportunities in banking sector and all. So I just request Navita ma'am to explain us what's the purpose of the webinar. Navita ma'am, over to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhay sir. Respected Director sir, Dr. S.S. Bhakar, Professor Nitin Pahadia, Coordinator Admission, Senior Assistant Professor in PMG, Professor Tarika Singh, Coordinator MBA Program, Professor Abhay Dubey, Head Training and Placement, and Professor Brahmanand, moderator of this webinar. The theme of the webinar is Reshaping the Banking Workforce in Post-Pandemic. We have our four speakers who are our alumni: Anju Sachin Mishra, Vikram Singh Bhadoria, Tapasya Prajapati, and Vidit Mishra. So I welcome you all and very good afternoon to all of you. As you know that the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic has induced a deep global economic crisis, but the traditional banking model was already being challenged pre-COVID by three important trends. You can see like the low interest rates, enhanced regulations, and increased competition from shadow banks and digital entrants. The purpose of today's webinar is to discuss on the future, of banking industries and what kind of upskilling is required to fit in the organization to our student. So those participants who would like to take admission in MBA, full-time MBA Business Analytics, MBA Integrated, and those who are already in these courses, who are actually the part of these courses, may get benefited through our alumni. So I would not like to take much time, and I would like to hand over this mic to our coordinator, Professor Abhay. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And now moving ahead, next segment of this webinar, I would like to request our respected director, sir, to give his insight or to give his address to the alumni or to the students, those who have joined today for the webinar. Sir, please.
Good afternoon to you all. And I welcome all the alumni of this institution. Some of you have actually meeting together after about 11 years, 10, 11 years. And some of you have been in touch with the institution, but physically or even in video mode, we have not been able to meet since long. So it's a good time that we are all meeting together. And the topic is very, very important, not only for the students who are going to pursue management programs or the people who are going to join banking, but also for general people. Why all these what is the noise about reshaping the workforce of banking? Why should it be done? Are the banks not operating now, or are they not operating correctly? Is there any problem? I feel there are few examples, or there are few issues, and we've seen in recent years that a couple of banks actually uh, faced a lot of problem because either, and specifically the one public sector bank and a couple of private sector banks had problem. And in fact, the other banks also went through problem, but then with little help from government, they were able to come out of the issues that they were facing. That was because of economic downturn. And since the government was, that was for all the banks because of economic downturn, naturally that effect would be there on banking, but that's okay. We are talking about special issues that are there, and they are there because of people working in those banks. And therefore, it is important that not only people should be taught concepts, they should also be taught, they should be made aware about ethics, and uh, they should be made aware about social service, because banks are not only to make profits. They do, but they are not, otherwise they can't sustain. But they are not only to make profits, but they are there to serve the society. Um, that is basically the reason why in 1971 all the banks were government of India acquired all these banks. They were converted into public sector banks. They were all private otherwise. India did not have a public sector bank before 1971. All private banks were government acquired all the private banks, and they were nationalized. All the banks were nationalized, and they were converted into public sector banks after that. But then, did that solve the problem? Then, before that, actually, owners of the banks were the decision makers, and they were, banks were at the mercy of their decisions. Later on, the banks became dependent on the government, and government largesse created a lot of problems for public sector banks. That means there has to be a balanced, policy. There has to be a policy that would have balanced system for banks. That is, no single party or government or bank owners have complete control over the public money, because banks play with public money. They get public money, they invest public money, and then if that is not invested correctly, and also private banks specifically, there are shareholders. They also have shareholders' money, so they have to protect not only the shareholders, they also need to protect people who are investing money in the banks, and whether that is being done correctly. So I personally feel the foundation for this has to be laid when the students are undergoing their uh, postgraduate or graduate programs, when they are preparing themselves to be part of such banks, so that they are not only taught concepts, and they are not only made proper professionals, they also need to be ethically correct. So what is ethically correct, that has to be taught to them. They need to be sensitive towards social problems. That also needs to be imbibed. So I personally feel institutions have this responsibility of ensuring that their programs are directed towards that. At the same time, to prepare a proper professional who will take decisions not ad hoc, but based on, say, analysis of information that is made available to the person, and that information naturally will have to be made available in a short duration of time, because decisions can't wait. They have to be taken at the appropriate time. Decision delayed is decision not taken. Decision delayed is a bad decision. So therefore, it has to be done on time. But at the same time, if you have information and that can be evaluated and then decisions can be taken, nothing like it. So institutions need to train their graduates and postgraduates in analysis, proper analysis of information. Looking at that, Prestige Institute of Management Gwalior, when we got autonomy, we converted the old syllabus. We transformed that, and we included 4 subjects in our MBA core related to analytics. One, general business analytics, and then specialization, that is marketing analytics, HR analytics, and finance analytics. These are the subjects that we've included in our general management, wherein a student has freedom to choose specializations: marketing, finance, HR, international business, etc. Uh, we also embedded these in our integrated MBA program. In fact, there were a lot of slots that were available in our integrated program, because it's a 5 years program. Though there's 1 year training in organization, but we still had a lot of spaces, and we were able to add these subjects in our MBA integrated program. We also introduced from this year, we are introducing from this year, MBA analytics. Now, that's totally focused on analytics. Basic reason why we did that was, it's not only banking. All the sectors now need people who are trained on analytics. More so banking, because they need to have, they need to analyze the conditions, the economic conditions and the other conditions more frequently. But then this is needed in all the sectors. In fact, in coming years, major chunk of requirements would probably be for people who are trained on analytics. So looking at that, the institute has been able to mold the old programs through the change in curriculum and change in syllabi. And also we introduced a new program. Now, once we've embedded these programs, I'm sure, since students have to go through these, not only that they will be trained, in fact, the mindset would also change. If you are, say, good at quantitative analysis, if you are good at business analytics, if you're good at marketing analytics, if you're good at HR analytics, why will not you use it? So the decisions that are taken ad hoc today without analyzing the situation would probably will probably depend on the information created through analytics. So with that, I can keep talking on, but then we have experts and they should get time to talk, and they are all from banking. So therefore, I hand over the mic back to Abhay. Abhay, you can
Thank you.
start inviting
Thank you so much, sir. As always, your address to the students is motivating, and they have, I'm sure that they got some answers for their question or the queries which they were be having regarding their career in banking industry. Now, moving ahead, we have with us Anju ma'am, Anju Mishra ma'am. She is working in Indian Overseas Bank. I would like to request Brahmanand sir to introduce her. Brahmanand sir, it's over to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So I feel privileged to introduce our first speaker of the session, Ms. Anju Sachin Mishra. She is working as Senior Manager in Indian Overseas Bank, Chennai. Earlier, she was handling strategic resource planning and liability management and was also involved in Planning Department, Central Office, Chennai. I feel honored to share that she is alumni of PIMG 2009-11 MBA batch. So I would like to request Anju ma'am to share her experience of career life with us. Anju ma'am, please.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, respected director, sir, Harika ma'am, Navita ma'am, all the faculty members and students present here. It's a pleasure and for us, okay, coming back to the school, it feels that yes, the olden days have come back. And thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity for sharing my views. First of all, I have completed my MBA from Prestige 2009-11 batch, and from there itself I got placed in Indian Overseas Bank. Immediately after completing my MBA, I have joined IOB and was posted in Dehradun. After Dehradun, I have worked in Bhopal and then Delhi. Now presently I am in Chennai, working in different capabilities of the bank. Is presently I am a part of strategic resource planning and liability management at the headquarters of the bank. And if we talk about COVID, as we all of know, it has jolted all walks of life across the globe, be it economic or normal life of the person. Yes, and banking is not untouched of it. As we know, that from the start of the COVID itself, when everything was closed, lockdown, banking was one of the sector which was serving the people. We were there from day one, along with all the essential service sectors. If we talk about the banking workforce, yes, there have been already a transition in traditional banking. We have been moving towards digital banking to ADC channels. And this COVID had posted a challenge for the banking sector to serve because there have been instances, there have been casualties due to this COVID, but yes, the banking workforce was always there to serve the nation. If we talk about the banking workforce post pre-pandemic, the recruitment process, the requirement what banking are looking into, they need staff. There have been specialized posts. They are highly high. Specialized posts are now being created in banking sector. The banking sector now also is divided into two parts. There are operations and there is an administration field. Operation, yes, and graduates are coming and joining, but for administration and some operations fields also, specialized vacancies are being created, like be it credit, marketing, then risk, treasury operations, HR operations, and now digital analytics of the banking. Now, not only the private sector banks, yes, the public sector banks are also requiring the skilled professional people for this specialist job. And we have been seeing in the various recruitment advertisement that MBA and management students are one of the preferred choices for public sector banks. Now, after doing MBA and joining the banking, how it has helped me banking may we are going to the branches, it may seem simple doing the transaction and coming back, but yes, it is not that easy managing the entire branch, handling the cash management, and then seeing the profitability of the bank branch outlet is requires certain skill. Since we have done MBA and we were there in case studies, we were doing hands-on training experience, we have taken internships, we have done. So that has helped me during my last 10 years of experience utilizing the various skills. Post pandemic, how the challenges are coming for banking professional, because yes, economic reforms are coming. GDP growth is a challenge, and bank being the backbone of the country, our government hopes and regulators hopes are also with the banking system. Now we have to safeguard ourselves as well as we have to help in the economic reforms. Now the banking system, if we see the HR management of the bank also, they are also imparting professional trainings. Our executives and the people who are not done professional courses, they have been sent to IIMs and the business schools in tie-up with them. Professional qualification, professional trainings are being imparted to all the staff, hiring the professionals in that way. So I think after the pandemic, it is going to give a very good opportunity to the people, to the students out there, because they will be ready to take the risk. Yes, banking involves the risk also because we are having the competition, and we are, as sir has told, we are managing the public finances. So that the risk taking capacity should also be there. So I think that MBA gives that. During the 2 years, now integrated courses are there. The students are nurtured in such a way that helps them to come and take the decisions.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think you have given such an insightful address to the students, and they are able to now recollect it, what they have to do and what opportunities are there for them after MBA, and whether they can go for public or private. So after post COVID, also they are able to understand. So now again, I request all the students, just an announcement in between the session. Like student, those who have joined us for today's session, they can ask their queries in chat box, so that what we can do after the address of the speakers, we can take those queries parallelly to the session, and also they can. There are viewers on YouTube also, as the session is live on YouTube, so you can ask your queries there also. We can take those queries also, and we'll ask the concerned speaker, either the director sir or our alumni, for the same. Now, moving ahead, I would like to request Brahmanan sir to introduce our next speaker, Vikram sir, for today's session. Brahmanan sir, it's over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to introduce our next speaker of the session, who has already contributed 8 years in the growth and prosperity of the organization. He has started his journey in Canara Bank in March 2012 and right now working as senior manager, branch in charge in Canara Bank, Bareilly. And very happy to share he is also a PIMG alumni of 2007-9 MBA batch. So please join us to welcome Mr. Vikram Singh Bhadoria. I would like to request Vikram sir to share his professional life and also the impact of this pandemic over this banking sector. Vikram sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And madam, I am audible. Sir, I am audible over there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Good
You're
afternoon,
absolutely
director,
audible.
sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon,
Good
director, sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tarika madam, Nathani madam, and all my dear friends, all the dignitaries, and all the colleagues, all the students, and all the aspirants for MBA. This is Vikram Singh Badoria. I have joined the bank in the year of 2012, and it was a great journey. And it was a placement through Prestige Institute of Management, so that they have given us the opportunity to work with Canara Bank, the great institution. And today we are serving to the bank and to the nation, to the people over there. And we found that it is a great challenging task to work without having a skills. And the skills which we have got through the Prestige Institute of Management and the teachers that they have provided to us. Now I would like to share with you with my journey, that what I have been done within last 10 years, what kind of experience has been gained by me. It's I have almost completed 8 years of the banking in the Canara Bank. First of all, I was recruited as a specialist marketing officer, took two promotion and reached to the senior manager position. After having an experience of around 7 years of market in the marketing, the bank has given an opportunity to work me as a branch head, and now I am serving a nation, serving a place called Bareilly, which has around 50,000 population in the year, and it's a semi-urban area. And I would like to share that first of all, I got the posting in Pune, where I had a different kind of experience of marketing, like with investment marketing and asking and for training of the mutual funds to the people. Therefore, I gained lot of experience over there. And after that, by reaching to the different sectors like vehicle and housing, also I took over. Then I had been a part of information planning and development in this banking institutions in Gwalior. And therefore I do find that it's not easy without having a kind of certain skills. You cannot handle the things. First you need to have a skill. For that you need to have a proper guidance, then only you will be in the conditions to make the things in a proper manner. And we found that after completing an MBA, there are a lot many things which we have utilized in our working scenario. That a kind of we found that soft skills you need to have a much when you are dealing with your executives, when you are dealing, you need to have a good communication skills. While talking with your customers, you would be in the condition to make them pacify with all these things, whatever they are need. They are satisfied, highly satisfied with the way you talk to them, you tease them, you ask them anything. You need to have a kind of a thing, say, like when you say no, you must have a kind of a technique to say no. You cannot say no to anyone like this only. You should have a kind of different kind of things to have say no. Now would like to talk about the COVID-19. It is a very difficult time where the pandemic has been created into our country, not to our country itself, in the entire world, where bank is also dealing with a kind of a problem on the ground level. I would like to tell you something about, like, I am as a branch head, it was very difficult for me to handle the population, because it was continuously, there was a continuous rest, they were not maintaining a social distancing, but somehow after controlling them, asking for them to be in a line to maintain a proper distance, we would be in the condition to run a branch in a proper manner. And now I would like to say, as per this, banking opportunities are being considered for the workforce is taken place, like whether it will be required. Yes, it is, of course it is required. Like for the digital sector, if you'll see in the IT, there is a boom right now. People are using more of the technologies in spite of coming to the branch. And in automobile sector also, there is a continuous increase in the growth. And as for like there is a difficulties, but we will come over. We know that we are in the condition, we are a fighter, we will come out of it. And now I would like to say some of about our institution, that what I have learned from my institution. There are lot many kind of activities which we have gone through, like role plays in the institutions. It was like our meetings which we are facing into in Canara Bank itself. When there is a review meeting, we find that it is a kind of a role model role play we are doing, which we are doing in our prestige called institution. Internship which we are doing sponsorship also, going into the market asking for the people to sponsor for our institution. It is like a kind of a real world. You will get an experience of a real, like you are working somewhere, you will get a real experience over there. And when you will do the job, you will find that there are lot many things which you have learned in the institution itself, that you will not find lot many problems after that. So I would like to thank the institutions and all my faculty members who has guided me and made me such a perfect personality, so that I would be in the condition to fit into an institution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vikram sir. It's always been a pleasure to be with you, or it's always a knowledge sharing when I am there with you, because you always tell so many things which you have learned from the institution and how they are contributing in your professional life. So it's really good. And meanwhile, we have received a couple of questions. So before we'll be moving to the next segment of the webinar, I'll be taking one question. Vikram sir, it's specifically for you. Like how difficult it is. Like students are asking how difficult it is to apply their knowledge, what they have learned in MBA, into the application part. Like once you are there in banking, what you have learned in MBA and Prestige, how you have applied that knowledge into banking. So, sir, it's a question for you. I thought that you will be able to answer it very well.
Right. The question is very good. I would like to speak on this particular part. Like, see, the word I have used, soft skills. You need to have a soft skills. You need to have an ethics to how to walk, how to stand, how to talk. You would be in the condition to make the people satisfy by your words, by the way you would like to talk to them. You need to have a communication skills, each and everything. When we entered into an interview room, they start assessing you right from the top to bottom. As you entered into the room, they will assess each and everything about you. So you need to be in a proper manner. And until and unless you will not be in the condition to have such kind of platform where you can learn all these things, you won't be in the condition to get all those things. As far as the different kind of subjects, if you would like to talk, like I am a person from science background. My undergraduation was in maths, physics and computer science. I was not knowing anything about finance. And in the banking, everything is about the finance. Whereas I was quite concerned about it, whether I should go for HR or for the finance. My teacher guided me. My all the teachers, like all the teachers, Anandita madam, Tarika madam, Namita Nahani madam, Amit sir, they have guided me. No, you go for the finance. It is good for you, and you will be in the condition to understand each and everything. And finally, we got it. And all those things. And now I am working into the financial sector, and I am doing every kind of projections, estimations, everything I am doing, and helping the people, serving the nation by providing them loans and all. Thank you so much. So
Thank you, Vikram sir. So I think the students got answered. Like whatever they have done till their graduation, they need not to panic. they have to go for MBA, and whatever they want to choose as a specialization, they can go for it. So there are ample opportunities in all these specialization which they'll be opting in MBA. So I think is good. Anju ma'am, I just want to ask a question for you. Like students are asking whether there are more opportunities in public or in private bank, like after COVID. Like if I'll talk about post-COVID situation, so there are multiple students who are asking the same question. Like there will be where the opportunities will be higher, in private or in public. So it's to you, Anju ma'am.
Yeah. Uh, Post-COVID, I think opportunities will be available in both the sector. We cannot limit, we cannot judge whether it will be higher in the private sector or public sector. But one thing that we can be sure that we have seen, like other industries, there have been no layoffs in banking sector. Rather, there have been no requirement. And depending on the size expansion of the banks, be it a private bank or public sector banks, the opportunities will be created. Nowadays, banks are also following more on specialized career. For each and every course, they are asking for specializations. And so I think opportunities are ample and the scope is very good for the students. They should enhance their skill and they should keep on trying. Banking is going to be one of the preferred sector for the MBA.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. One more question we'll take in this segment only. Like one more question to sir. I think sir will be able to answer this very well. So there are viewers on YouTube and they are asking a specific question like how Prestige prepares a student. Is there anything special for banking preparation, kind of, or do we have certain training programs for preparing students for public or private banking? So please.
I have to answer this.
Sir, I have asked this for director, sir. I think it's true.
Achha,
Acha.
okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So I was thinking you're asking one of them. Anyway, there is no special training for banking, and that's not needed. The institute prepares you for all sectors. The basic skills that you require to function in any sector are embedded. That means are developed. If you work as per the guidelines the institute provides you, as per the directions, as per the system that the institution has set up, then you would be suitable for, you would acquire skills to work in any sector. So the basic idea, or you should make up your mind before you join Prestige that you need to work hard for at least 1.5 years. You start getting placed immediately after about 1 year and 2 months. But then majority of you probably would get placed by the time you complete 1.5 years. So your skills that you require for any sector must be groomed in 1 year and maybe a month or two after that. Within that duration, they have to be done. So whatever system, whatever developmental system the institute has developed, that has been developed based on our experiences and what kind of a system is needed to develop all kinds of skills. And I'm sure if you follow all the system properly, the required skills will definitely be developed and you would be suitable for any sector.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Over to you.
And meanwhile, we'll be taking questions during the chat. And now I would like to request Brahmanan sir to introduce our next speaker for the webinar today, Vidit sir, who's working for HDFC Bank. Brahmanan sir, over to you.
Thank you, sir. So now I would like to introduce our next speaker, the alumni of PIMG, Mr. Vidit Mishra, currently catering current account acquisition as a BSM in HDFC Bank. Prior to that, he was also worked with ICICI Bank as a senior development officer and later being promoted as branch manager of ICICI Bank, Allahabad. He has achieved various milestones of success by consistent efforts and dedication toward career journey. So I like to request Vidit sir to throw some light on his professional journey and how this COVID is also affecting and creating the opportunities to the new students. Vidit sir, please.
Thank you, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Vidit, you are audible.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, a very good evening to respected Marcus, sir, Navita ma'am, Tarika ma'am, and all my all dear colleagues and all. I am privileged to have opportunity to come in front of all of you and being called as an alumni of Prestige and discuss what we are facing right now and what our experience toward the banking. Before starting anything, I would like to tell you and like to give a big thank to our institution. Like Prestige actually make us like gives this opportunity, and they have always forward in order to make sure that whatever whoever comes to the institute should have an overall development. We never look for a group-sided one, and Prestige always gives you an opportunity in order to make sure that you how you go down and have to create yourself in a very good way. COVID would like to, in this real scenario, I would term is as COVID is as a pandemic. Everyone knows about it. And in the banking sector also is basically impacted by the COVID and all. In the for the current topic, I would like to say that I framed this as after the virus impact. And in this particular scenario, everything has to be taken very much care of. As they always says that in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. So we don't have to be very much getting feared of this. We have to look for the opportunity that comes down to our way. In this particular thing, I would like to tell that role of banking in our economy is a very huge one, and the banking system plays a very important role to the economic world. Banks collect the savings of the individual, the lendings, and the development. I mean, banking is something needs to be very much taken care of, and the economy is directly responding to it. How bad COVID has struck a banking sector is that, as everyone knows, that productivities have been decreased, lockdowns and productions has been reduced on a very longer side. Economic has started seeing the negative impact of it. People not able to repay the loans. You have heard about the term, we call it as moratorium the first time. Banking industry have never seen this sort of terms earlier. Moratoriums has been applied. People are very much chaos of how they're gonna pay their loans and all, because obviously they are being expelled from their jobs and all, and this is drastically impacting all the current scenarios around. So how to cope up this pandemic? The first and foremost thing, I would like to quote one of the sayings of Bhaka sir used to have. Sir always take, you need to upgrade yourself with the same scenario. You need to be looking for the opportunities. What is getting in the scenario? You have to be technologically upgrading yourself in that. And in the current scenario also, banking has also upgraded on a very drastic way. Now you heard about the term that net banking has been on a on everyone's mind. You have to take that. You have to be online. You have to do everything online. Everything needs to be on a fingerprints only. And the coronavirus, the COVID always challenges the traditional banking habits. Now you cannot go down and depend upon going to the bank, filling in the vouchers and depositing cash. Now the contactless payment has been taken place. The online banking played a significant role. Everyone now, even be it old person or be it a young aspirant, you need to be you upgrade yourself to pay how you that online banking system. The traditional method has reserved a tremendous setback. What you can right now is that you need to be forward what the technologies are there, how you challenge all the technologies. A world that become I also want to create one thing that the world has become digital overnight. Earlier, it was like people were really refraining from using new techniques and all. But with this pandemic, you have to make sure you look forward on the very digital aspects of this. Everything that could move online, it has moved. Now the shoppings are online, the bankings are doing online, everything people are looking for the online measures and all. You have to adjust to the new normal. Now the normal, the social distancing, online banking, and everything out there, there has to be a new normal in this particular thing. Rather than simply adjusting to a new world order, many organizations have found out new measures. Now, even as we can say that in the educational sector also, they're using Zoom meetings, the teachers are teaching online methods. So we have to find a new ways. So for the new aspirants, I would not say that this particular COVID tells you how to adjust with the current scenario, not because of instead of being hit by them, you have to find new ways of adjusting also. Measures to inculcate a habit of digital banking. Normal measures have been received a major setback. You have to make sure that in the digital scenario, how well you get equipped with all these digital networks, digital banking, you have to make sure that should be inculcated in your habits. A takeaway for the students: why, how, what you should take for this current scenario. First, become, I would urge you that in order to become a good, in order to opt for a banking sector, first of all, become a user of it. First, you use the banking, how actually banks work. You need to open a small savings account in any of the banks of your choice. You need to start a small SIP, mutual fund, because unless and until you go down and use it yourself, you're never going to understand how it actually works in the real world. You can definitely see a career in banking because that is one of the most growing sectors in the bank. As bank today, you always need to innovate and keep yourself moving forward. Various banks are running various programs for the young parents. What you do, you have to make sure that you just log on to the banking sites and all, and you look for all those sort of programs in which you usually find an opportunity to work with them. You usually find opportunity of how they are using recruiting, because now what banks are doing, they are running a specified program for students and all, where you can always, after completing your graduations and all, you can opt for the program. They have a proper test for it, and once you just put down and crack that examinations and all, you can get into the banking activities. IRDA, NISM, there is sort of modules which you need here. IRDA module you need to crack. Just ensure that in the banking sector, if you want to sell insurance, if you want to sell a third party product, you need to have an IRDA aspirants. NISM for mutual funds and all, you need make sure that NISM module you need to clear, because these are sort of modules which is very important for you to in order to go down and sell mutual funds and all. These are the mandatory aspects you do. You need to gain good knowledge of the bank terminology, CASA, SP, CA. These are the short abbreviations which in the banking sectors you need it. You have to make sure what is the profit ratio, what is the loan amount, what is the PDDs, what are the, I mean, these are the banking terminologies which you need to make sure that in the banking sector, because once you get into the entry, there is no one who is going to tell you that what it actually looks like, or it actually, you have to be very aware of it. One, and the foremost important thing is that have to have an interest in banking. Unless you have interest, you just cannot go down and come banking industry just because your friend or colleague is going. You have to inculcate that interest to get into the banking activity. And foremost thing is technologically upgrade yourself. There are humongous amount of technology reformation that is going through. You have to be aware, read. The more and more you read, the more and more you need to come to know about the new industries. The more and more what thing is being taken place. Get ready for the new novel. Just to sum up, I would urge everyone to instill the habit of digitization, digital marketing, digital banking. This is something which needs to be made sure. Get yourself a savings account. Get yourself explore the net banking of a particular bank, whichever banks you want. Every bank has a net banking prospect. You just open an account. You just look into this, explore what other things. Now the FDs can be booked with at home only. You don't need to go to bank. If you want to transfer money, you can do it also. As far as banking is concerned, people should learn new measures that physical environment could be cut. And just I would like to say that opportunities to find deeper powers within ourselves come with life seems most challenging. It's a very challenging world. You need to make sure that we should cope up with it and find new alternatives. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vidit sir. And Vidit sir is my immediate senior. Like I have done my MBA from the same institution in 2013. Sir ka batch is 2012. So it sir has told us about the whole banking industry, what it is today, what it will be next few years, how you can cope up with these changes, students what they have to do if they want to be a part of this industry, what preparedness or what modules, what courses, everything sir has covered in his address. And sir, I'm 100% sure that a student answers for so many queries which they were having, like what they have to do if they want to be a part of private banking industry or public banking industry. And sir has covered it very beautifully. Thank you so much, Vidit sir, for joining us today. And Paharia sir is
Thank
also
you. Thank
with us. Nitin Paharia sir, he's coordinating admissions at our institution. He's a senior assistant professor. there are so many students on YouTube and asking question on different platforms like to the, on WhatsApp groups also. I'll sum up that question in one question only. Like the students are asking about the admission process at Prestige. Like, is it always compulsory for appearing for CMAT if they want to take admissions at Prestige, or what's the process for non-CMAT candidates? Whether they can apply online, or what they have to do at present time if they don't want to come to the institution because they are seeking for admission from, say, some cities in Uttar Pradesh and all. So what they have to do, sir? Your 2 minutes or 3 minutes of address on the same, sir. Like how students can take admission at Prestige.
Thank you, Abhay. If the student is interested in taking admission in MBA program, then student can actually initially register on our website, and by registering on our website, they can actually ask some queries as well, and in response to that query, our faculty member will actually provide them the different information whichever they are asking for. And once they decide that they want to take admission in Prestige, they can actually register through online mode if they cannot come to the institute, and by paying the amount of rupees 5,000. And once the counseling process start, the institute will guide the such student, and as such, the counseling for the MBA program is carried out in online off-campus mode through the DT, and that will start in the month of September approximately. And in that, if the student appeared in the CMET examination, then in first round of the counseling, the student can apply. And if the student did not appear in the CMET, then also student can apply for the admission in MBA program in the second round, and in the college level counseling round actually.
Okay, thank you, Parya sir. And up next, I would like to request Brahmanan sir. Like we have our fourth speaker, Tapasya ma'am, also with us, and ma'am is from ICICI Bank. And now I would like to request Brahmanan sir to introduce her so that she can also share her valuable address with us.
Thank
Brahmanan.
you, sir. So we have another guest today who I am excited to introduce in this webinar, who has started her career live with the ICICI Bank and currently heading the position of RSM in ICICI Bank. During her tenure of work, she is actively involved in the accomplishment of various goals in the organization. So I would like to request Tapasya ma'am to share valuable experience of progressive career life. Tapasya ma'am.
Thank you, Brahman sir. Respected Bhaskar sir, thank you for choosing me to my valuable comment or compliment to the organization. This organization made me to introduce this world, this corporate world. I joined ICICI Bank in 2012 as a senior development officer. Now I'm working as a relationship manager in Gwalior location with a car loan segment, auto loan segment. First of all, I just say that ICICI Bank introduced ourselves as a leading private sector bank, and they are continue offering prestige Institute of Management to hiring a MBA batches to be a newcomers. Prestige Institute of Management always support ICICI Bank for giving the valuable people to grow the particular organization. I joined as a senior development officer, and in my batch also approx 42 students also are joined in ICICI Bank. This is the best part in the organization as a Prestige Institute of Management. We're covering a lot of qualities in the particular student and focus in each and every student to get the good opportunity to hiring a new companies or banks or other segments. I am working as a relationship manager, and I'm finding most of challenges in my professional career and I'm facing this issues and solving the issues due to my knowledge or which was given to me by Prestige and my faculties like Navita Nathani ma'am, Bhakar sir, and Sarika ma'am. Uh, just everything जो अभी तक जितनी बात हुई है वो सारी अभी तक कवर कर चुके हैं मेरे सीनियर्स लाइक अंजू मैम, विक्रम सर, और काफी कुछ इधर भी कवर कर चुके हैं, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि नाउ द टाइम बैंकिंग जस्ट चूज अ सेल्स प्रोस्पेक्टस पर्सनालिटी और एनालिटिकल पर्सनालिटीज, जो कि सिचुएशन के हिसाब से, कोविड के हिसाब से सिचुएशन को पर्टिकुलर देख सकें और उसके हिसाब से उस पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन अपॉर्चुनिटीज डिफाइन कर सकें, जिससे बैंक के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को प्रॉफिट हो सके। मेजर टाइम में, आज के टाइम में आई एम जस्ट लाइक से कि sales in every manner, like banking is not now a cash given or deposit and withdraw the cash, but now we are a typical just say a typical person can say who can sell each and everything which is belongs to our bank, like mutual funds, car loans, SIPs, other financial plannings, FD, RDs. So we should prepare all the persons for the particular sales. And Prestige Institute of Management always prefer the even guide the person to educate how to sell or how to sell ourselves in the market in the present scenario. Now the time COVID has come, and last 3 months situation is typically changed now the time, and we are finding a new ways uh, to standing over there is one of thing, but the in this particular organization we just find a new way to growth our organization, growth ourselves. It is like we have to just we have to continue your skills development and particular programs. Is it like COVID, after COVID coming, we are just having having most of other different segments to prove yourself. काफी सारे प्रोडक्ट्स हैं आज के टाइम में मार्केट में, और हमको हर प्रोडक्ट को सेल करना है। बैंकिंग आज के टाइम में अप्रोक्स 30 to 40 प्रोडक्ट्स वन टाइम में सेल करती है। तो वी हैव टू know about each and every product and know the skills of how to sell each and every product in the market. And the last thing which I determine the most in this organization, that how to handle the situation like a COVID, that we are facing a work from home facilities or pressure that we have to make each and everything develop by following and communication. And we have to do each and every product sale by the calls, and we cannot do the meetings and all. So we have to know about the how we communicate customers product with each and every facilities, and he also uh, uh, convinced about our products. So we have to know about each and everything, and have to prepare like that only. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tapasya ma'am. And we have our alumni in all the banks like HDFC, ICICI, Canara, overseas, public or private. If I can segregate them in two sectors. So, and this is how we are getting advantage of it. Like we do call our alumni time to time and ask them to interact with our students so that they can also have a idea what they have to do, in their during their MBA program or after that. And ma'am, there are so many students those who are asking question related to banking. And before that, there is a one question for director sir. Like there are students that obviously there are MBA or MBA integrated aspirants with us today. So there are students who are asking now how MBA at Prestige is different from other institutions. This is a very basic question. Like so many students are asking like whether they get opportunities for placements or something like this. So I would like you to address the students on this.
Uh, you will be able to differentiate this from day one when you join the institute. Uh, you would go through a workshop like condition 12 days immediately after your invocation. When you join the institution, you find you would go through 12 days workshop, and that workshop is to make you conversant with what systems the institution uses. And uh, if there are areas that you may be not very conversant with, or you may not be expert at, that is communication skills is one. Second area is accounts, because some students who come from non-commerce background, they have weaknesses in accounts. So accounts, uh, mathematical ability, aptitude, that is. We find that some students, they come from non-mathematics background, and their aptitude might be at slightly lower level. So we work on these skills so that by the time you join regular classes, you have developed these. Uh, there are regular classes, you can't miss them. Institute has interaction with the industry continuously. That means you would be talking to people who would be coming to institution for conducting sessions on EML platform, like extramural lectures. Then you will have summer training that would also be through campus placement process. That means it is not that you would be given some letter and you can go to an organization and start your summer project. Organizations would come just like your final selection. They come for campus selection for summers, and they will select you. Number of you may get paid, or the organizations might pay you also during summer projects. So you have opportunity to develop yourself during that period, 1.5 months, and it is you're guided by a faculty guide. Again, immediately after coming back from the summer project is after second semester. You go through 12 to 14 days pre-placement preparation workshop. And this pre-placement preparation workshop, that's for MBA full-time, and for MBA integrated, it is after 6 sem that you go through this pre-placement workshop. Uh, this workshop actually puts you through all the nuances that you would be needing for campus selection, like resume building, resume writing, group discussions, interviews, mock interviews, and different aspects that you may be asked during aptitude. Again, there will be a lot of sessions on aptitude improvement. There's quantitative ability. So you find that by the time you go for first campus or day zero campuses, you might find number of organizations visiting a campus on day zero. So you would be ready for them. And it doesn't end there. You continue through your program, even if you're selected in different organizations. And by the time, a lot of presentations you'll be making. Class presentations on every subject you will have to make. You will get ample opportunities to participate in different activities that the institute organizes. National conferences, national seminars, international conferences, workshops. The institute organizes at least 2-3 workshops in a year, in any case. Case writing workshop, research methodology workshop, and they are of international level. The cases developed in these workshops are actually adopted by some of the best universities in the world. At least about 20-25 universities in US use cases that have been developed by the faculty members at Prestige Institute of Management Gwalior, and similar number from Europe as well. Central Asia also, Dubai, then Singapore also, there are a number of universities that are using our cases. So students are actually part of this case development process. They are there in every team. Few students would be there. So they also learn how cases, they not only learn how cases are analyzed, they also learn how cases are developed. So once you learn how cases are developed, analysis becomes easier and better. So they can also be part of research methodology workshop. And students who participate in research methodology workshops and develop research papers with faculty, and such papers are published in some of the best journals in the world. That means students develop research capability while studying their post-graduation, while studying in their post-graduation, which is very rare. Even best of institutions, even IIMs, do not train students in research capability. They don't build their research capability. Prestige does. So that is, these are some, and also the institute funds trips of students to various institutions to participate in activities organized by other institutions, specifically the national institutions like IIMs and IITs. We want our students to learn what differentiates IIM student or a IIT student from the others, and can they compete with those students. And we've seen our students winning against IIMs and IIT students also, which gives them a lot of confidence, which is later on very beneficial, very important when they go for campus placement. So our emphasis is on, throughout the 2 years program, our major emphasis is on, knowledge development takes place through our regular classes, but major emphasis outside those regular classes is on skills and attitude. We continuously keep molding the students' thoughts. We keep telling students, this is not to be done, this is to be done. And that actually is a foundation for preparing, or for ensuring that you have a positive attitude towards everything by the time you pass out from this institution. That is absolutely important for being successful in life, not only placement, but being successful in life. You don't have positive attitude, you cannot be successful in any sphere. So you will do that. We will do that. We develop a lot of skills during the 2 years program. Decision making skills, because you will go through a lot of cases, so you learn how different situations will be given to you. So you learn how decisions are taken in different conditions. You will also be coordinating number of activities during these conferences, etc. You will be coordinating sessions. You will be coordinating teams that promote these activities, etc. So you would be actually practically learning when you are there in the institution how you take decisions at various stages. You would be working in teams while preparing for these activities, and also in class you will be given assignments in teams, you will be given presentations in teams. There's a special internal assessment component called learning through movies. You'll have to do that also in teams. That means you would understand how to work with others. Today in organizations, you can't depend on individual performances. It is always team performance that counts. So you will be prepared during these 2 years time how to work in teams. You would also get a number of opportunities to lead teams. That means leadership skills would be developed. You need to communicate with people throughout, and so a lot of presentations, and that ensures that your communication skills become good, and so your communication skills improve. Interpersonal skills also improve, because you'll be talking, or you'll be working with a lot of people in teams or with people outside teams. So interpersonal skills would get developed. Problem solving skills. Whenever you are organizing different activities, you would face number of problems, and you would understand how you need to develop a habit of having alternatives, so that if one thing fails, you have an alternative and your program doesn't fail. So you would understand that, and you would also understand that if you face a problem, how to get out of it, how to evaluate the situation, and how to solve different problems. So problem solving skills. There are hosts of other skills that you would develop, because you would be not only doing you not only attending classes, you'll be part of a large number of activities. There are a lot of social activities also being organized. There are 6 professional clubs in the institution and 4 social clubs. So you'll be conducting a lot of professional activities through professional clubs, and you'll be conducting a lot of social activities through social clubs. So you will not only become a professional, you would also become a social being, and that's absolutely important today to be successful. So these are few things that the institute does, and a large part of these things are different from the others. And one major aspect that differentiates institute from others is complete transparency. Institute maintains complete transparency from your admission to placement till the time you leave the institution. Even to the extent that when you appear for internal assessment, when copies are evaluated, you are shown the answer sheet, why you've got a particular marks or particular marks you've got in a particular test, and if marks have been deducted, why. So even that, we go up to that extent. Within 7 days to 14 days, the answer sheets are shown. So uh, that's a differentiator. That since we maintain transparency, students learn when they go to the organizations that they also need to maintain transparency. And if you maintain transparency, a lot of you can get rid of, you can get away from a lot of problems that you might face otherwise. All right. So I think it has been very lengthy, but then once you asked me a question, how it is different, I had to give a lengthy answer.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir, for answering the query. Sir, today we have students from our current MBA batch also, and the student those who are looking for MBA as an option from Prestige also. So
Okay.
basic queries from the current students, like I'll ask this question. I'll transfer this question to Vidit sir. Vidit sir, like students are asking what skills they need to develop in their personality if they want to do a job in banking or in any sector. Like I'll say that you must address with respect to all the sectors, not only for banking. So Vidit sir, can you hear?
Yeah, yeah. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Vidit sir.
Okay. So I would like to, first of all, it's a very good question. And I would like to tell you one thing that with due respects to every sectors and every organizations and all, as I said in advance, is that you have to have that interest. Whichever organization you wants to go in, first of all, generate that interest in you. If you are interested in going to an organization because of your zeal and enthusiasm, you will technically what you look forward is that you start to generate all sort of activities and all sort of important things that caters to that organization. What exactly is needed is, first of all, is the confidence. You have to be confident enough that if I am going to an organization, if I'm opting a career, I am confident enough that I will be cracking each and everything of that thing. You have to be technologically upgraded. You have to be upgraded for what are the perquisites of this particular organization. And when it comes to banking, if being particularly stick to banking and all, you have to be very clear on your basics. What banks are being taught to you at the very beginning of a commerce team. You have to be very precise. You have to be very clear that banking sector is nothing more than what you have already read in your textbooks and all. Whatever you have been read, you have to just go down and apply it there. Second thing is self-confidence. Third thing is team handling. You might be a very good person when it comes to you performing a particular task. But in order to tackle a team, you have to be a good leader also. A great leader is not something who is very good in his particular thing. A great leader is that who actually makes everybody around him functional and draw positive out of them. So you might be holding a team where you as a person is very competent, but whoever 4% or 5%, which as a team you've got, they might be not as comfortable and competitive as you are. So you have to make sure that you have to tackle all those negative things also, and you have to convert that into positives. Communication is something very important. Communication is not about talking in English or talking in Hindi itself. Whichever language, whichever situation you are, actual communications comes out for you. I remember a subject we had in our MBA. Tarika ma'am used to teach us the communication skills and all. So, in particular, when it comes to the real world, what is actually needed is that whatever question comes up to you, you have to respond accordingly. In a service industry, you cannot say a blunt no. Yes, if a person, if as a bank, as a student, you can say, I cannot read this thing, I cannot do this thing. But when as a professional, when you opt a career, and if a customer comes to you and say that, look, I need to have a solution of this problem, you cannot say a blunt no. You have to be so precise and so crystal clear at your communication that whatever you say, whatever you're saying, it actually represents your organization. So you have to be very clear. And the rest is like your personality speaks above. You have to be very dressed up. You have to be very good at your attire. You have to be very clean in your mind. And forget not, knowledge is actually important. It is important in each and every scenario.
Thank you. Thank you, Vidit sir. Sir, this question I'd like to ask to Tapasya ma'am. Like, ma'am, there is a viewer on YouTube for our current session, and he's asking a question like, why every organization joins marketing as a role in whatever profile they do apply. Like, if they'll go for any operation, there also marketing is there. If they'll go for some financial organization, marketing or sales has been associated with that. So students are very curious to know why every organization does that.
Actually, with today's segment, pandemic situation, they just find a person who can give up more productive work to the organization and most profitable in the organization. When you come to bank, you just find the person who can give a knowledge about operations, sales, even each and everything which bank, any particular bank are selling in the market. Even like today's scenario, we are just as a ICICI bank, we are offering iMobile. But now the time when we offer to the customer, we just know about how to handle features or how to customer focus, how to focus about the customer and how the situation about the customer known to us. Like when we come to bank segment, we just find when we are going to market, we just observing customer facilities or customer जस्ट लाइक अब जरूरत कस्टमर की जरूरत क्या है और आज आज के टाइम में मेरे पास डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट हैं अब सो मैनी लाइक 30-40 प्रोडक्ट आई हैव एंड मुझे कस्टमर को मैं सिर्फ एक प्रोडक्ट के लिए बात करूंगी वो कस्टमर मेरे पास ज्यादा टाइम तक रहेगा अब लॉट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट जिससे मैं कस्टमर को सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर सकती हूँ बट मुझे उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट की नॉलेज होनी चाहिए और नाउ द टाइम एज अ मार्केटिंग पर्सन we just find we have a knowledge about each and everything in our segment or each and every product in our organization. So bank also want that for those kind of person who just create knowledge for ourselves or customers so that we are finding some more opportunities in the market because when you talk about one customer so he is having so many आई जस्ट से बहुत सारी चीजों की कस्टमर को जरूरत होती है बट हम लोग जब तक पूछेंगे तब कस्टमर को पता नहीं होगा और जब तक हमें भी पता होना चाहिए उस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में तो हम उस कस्टमर को उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट से रिलेट करा सकें कि if you want just I just see one thing which is really small we are just offering cardless scheme in the ICICI Bank product customer maximum person are who is having ICICI Bank account but they don't know about the cardless scheme तो हम लोग को कस्टमर को बताना पड़ता है और ये हर बंदे को बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है आज के टाइम में अगर आप ऑपरेशनल हो तो वी जस्ट हैव अ ऑपरेशन वर्क like we just phone bank and disburse the file or operation the cases or clearing we just have to do current account saving account FDs LI GI we have a multiple product or now the time bank most of the bank even each and every bank just focus on sales only they are just 40% work are in operation and 60% is in sales. Each and every person have to do sales only. So that this is my just experience that we have to know each and every product. And bank organization is like that people are more technical and technical and marketing skills having, so that we are generate more profit. I
Thank
think I just clear your answer.
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly. Perfectly. You have given answer of the question very well. So, crux of your answer is like organization look forward for the students who are multi tasker or who can perform various role at the same. So this is what we try at Prestige to give to students, that you have to perform various tasks at the same time. So, sir, there is a one participant with us, and this is for Anju ma'am. Anju ma'am, students are asking like at the time of recruitment, what HR generally looks at, like what is the mindset of HR when they come to institute for campus recruitment, and what qualities they look into a candidate. Yes, ma'am.
When the HRs are coming to the college, I think we have attended our interviews for Canada Bank in 3%. So, as one, I will relate it to the earlier question also, whether they are hiring us for the HR or any stream, but sales and how the candidate will fit with the job, what they are looking. That should that qualities the student should possess. First, is the knowledge also they see how the candidate will be able to mold himself according to the requirement of the organization. Because bank, if we related to the banking, now the role function is changing every day. Someday they will place you to one role function, another day you will be placed to some other place. So how easily you can mold, you can adapt the change. That's I think one of the very crucial thing they are looking.
Thank you, ma'am. And as I have already told in my previous address, like the students from the current MBA is also there. So their queries keep on coming, and I know that our speakers have time constraint. Even we have director sir, Navita ma'am, and Vikram sir also with us. So everyone has time constraint. What we'll do, I'll wind up this session, and I'll ask Tarika ma'am to propose vote of things. And if queries, I'll ask students like if they have any queries, if they want to ask any question related to banking industry or something like this, what they can do, they can post it on our website or on our official email ID, and we'll answer them through email or via some other mode of, like we can call them also, or I'll forward these questions to our alumni also, and then they can answer those questions. So if any queries you have, you can post it on our website, or you can drop it to our email ID, that is info@prestigegwl.org. And now I would like to request Tarika ma'am to propose vote of things for the session. It's over to you, Tarika ma'am.
Thank you, Abhay sir. And I'll start with a quote like the roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness. So it is my pleasure to propose vote of thanks on the occasion of this webinar, which is being organized by Prestige Institute of Management on an extremely pertinent point, that is reshaping the banking workforce post-pandemic. First of all, I would like to thank the expert of the webinar, that is our Extreme Director, Dr. S.S. Bhakar, for emphasizing the pros and cons of the current market situation and the prospects that are prevalent in this environment. So we are blessed and we are greatly heartened by your kind present and significantly benefited by your inspiring address. Thank you, sir. Further, I would like to thank the coordinators of the webinar, Dr. Navita Nathani, HOD Management, and Professor at Prestige Institute of Management, Gwalior, as well as Professor Abhay Dubey, HOD Placements, and Assistant Professor at PIMG, for their marvelous efforts in planning and implementing this webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Also, I would like to appreciate Professor Nitin Paharia, sir, Senior Assistant Professor at PIMG, for handling these admission-related inquiries of the student. Also, I would like to appreciate the efforts of Professor Brahmanand Sharma, who is the Assistant Professor at PIMG, for his efforts and the moderation that led to the smooth conduction of the webinar. Thank you, sir. Special thanks to Professor Ashwini Gupta, sir, for providing the technical support during the webinar. Thank you, Ashwini, sir. Alumni, as they are the mainstays for any institution, and the event that the pillars are solid, the structure is consistently more grounded. Therefore, I would like to thank our alumni speakers, Ms. Anju Sachin Sharma, Mr. Vikram Badoria, Mr. Vidit Mishra, and Ms. Tapasya Prajapati for sharing their valuable experiences with all of us and handling the different inquiries and the queries. I hope all the attendees of the webinar are satisfied after listening to your answers. And I also express my sincere thanks to all the faculty members of the Institute for their support and extending their time for attending the webinar. I also like to appreciate and give thanks to all the participants who are listening to this webinar from part of different parts of the nations, and they mark their presence in their webinar. Thank you, all of you. And I convey my thanks to the students of Prestige Institute of Management Gwalior and the listeners on the YouTube channel as well. At the end, I would like again to thank the illustrious gathering in this webinar for their presence. And thank you very much, all of you. Abhay sir, over to you. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
take the permission to close the
Yes, ma'am.
webinar.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And at last, like one more addition to my this address, like if the student have any query related to admissions, also they can also use the same platform for their queries. Like they can drop us an email on our info@prestige. We have already texted that email ID in the chat box, info@prestigegwl.org. We have our numbers or inquiry form available on our website. You can go to our website also for queries. And for MBA aspirants, like the student, those who are already pursuing their MBA from the institution, they can text us for their queries. We'll get the answers from the experts from the concerned industry. Thank you once again, all of you, for joining us today. And Ashwini sir, sir, can we? I would like to request Director sir, can we wind up the
Yes,
session?
sure,
Thank
please,
you.
sure,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much, sir. Ashwini sir, please.
And thanks everyone.